How do I choose what game/book for my backlog to consume next? Do you guys have any sort of strategy for that? Everybody's got a backlog, right?
Oh, an
Yeah.
unbelievable one.
Man, well, okay. So I've avoided that pitfall, Stephen. It's like, you know what? Okay, besides the obvious reasons, you know how I didn't just accidentally fall into doing meth is I saw people who did meth. And with Steam libraries. You know how I didn't accidentally fall into a giant Steam library? I met Paul Klotz and Chris Wisdom and Phil Keating and Dennis Robinson. And yeah, and they're like, hey man, you hear about this thing called Humble Bundle? And they're itching, they're tweaking. You should get on Humble Bundle, man. I'm like, I see you're missing some of your digital teeth there. So I think I'm gonna stay away from the humble of the bundles. Thank you.
6 games for $2.99. You can't pass it up. Yeah.
30 games for $12. Like, yeah.
In defense of that,
yeah,
that's why I've played the Portal games. Is I saw the big Valve bundle on sale, and I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. My best advice is just pick one and go. Because I find that I will stare at that library for so long and be like, am I in the mood for a point-and-click adventure? Am I in the mood to play The Witcher for the 3rd time? What am I doing? Because I've got all those, like you said, I got libraries of games from all this publisher's games for $10. And then I'm like, okay, I've got the whole Deponia series, which if you like point-and-click adventures, that's one of them.
Is that the Wish version of the horse from Zelda?
No. That's actually pretty good though.
Yeah, that's a long way for a punchline. I got there.
Oh yeah, it worked. Yeah, I used to ride Deponia all over Hyrule.
It's the hack. I side-loaded my own horse.
Yes, I loaded a horse. Yeah,
he plays the banjo too.
That's how you get that infamous horse armor in Ocarina of Time that wasn't real.
When he runs, you can almost hear in the hooves. Anyway, all right, no. So yeah, you got all these backlogs.
Yeah, just pick one and go. Like especially if you've got it portable. Like I got the Steam Deck last year, and that thing has been really good for my backlog because I don't have to be at my computer. I can just be downstairs, and if Sam and Stephanie want to watch like a movie I don't care about, I can be like, I want to be with you guys, but now I'm going to sit over here and play this point-and-click adventure that you also don't care about.
Oh, see, that's
a good way to get through it. Yeah. I'm saying this because I can't do, so I teach. These are the methods you should use. However, I'm not great at it because the last 2 nights I've had free time and sat here and just scrolled and been like.
On that note of being with the family, but also not when I really want to play my first player game, I'll get a new. My wife loves the point and click find it games. We use their artifacts, Artemis Mundi. I always have to look it up because I can't remember the name of it. But there's a company that just makes them, and it's cheesy cutscenes and stories, always whatever. But they're really good quality find it games with all kind of different puzzles. So I'll get her playing that, and I'll open my laptop and play something else.
Yeah.
So you say just pick one, Joe. What do you say?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I usually just whatever I'm in the mood for, either game or book, because I read quite a few books as well. I need to read more, to be honest, instead of looking at my phone at night. But yeah, I'm still waiting on. I mean, this isn't on my backlog. Maybe it's avoidance of my backlog, but I'm still doing that alpha reading for my cousin, where he's got the book that he's working on, and he needs to hurry up and release the last 4 chapters because I've read 25 chapters and he said there's only going to be 29, and I'm real curious to see how that ends. But yeah, I Civilian has an interesting comment here. I've never heard of this. Apparently on PC you can get something called Play Night, and
it's cool.
It's a multi-launcher. I guess it connects to your different accounts, but it has a random button. You can hit random and play cool. Whatever game pops up.
Yeah, Play Night's great. It does Epic, Steam, GOG, like all of them. Just collects them all in one place, and you've got all your games there.
Which, by the way, now put that back up there, Joe.
All right.
Look at how he has a logo for his name on Twitch, like a graphical logo. And he didn't bother to make one for us. I'm just saying.
I'm personally offended. I mean, I thought I was going to get one for coming on.
I like Random Kids' idea better. If it's our show, clearly you should just roll the dice and do that. The game coming out, I think it was Artifix Monday, ARTIFEX space Monday, and they've been for 16 years been making hidden object games, and they're really high quality. My wife loves them, but I honestly I truly try to avoid backlogs. I buy maybe one game a year. I am a huge fan of the Ultimate Game Pass because I can put stuff into play later, and if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. But I only download 3 games at a time. That's my rule, and they're usually 3 different games. And I'll try one. Okay, I played this a little bit. Let me try the next one. Or sometimes, like in this case, I downloaded 3. I landed on Control, which I'm really loving that game. Is Control. And so like I want to try the other 2 games, but I'm playing this one. So I'll do that. I will play this one till it finishes, which is how I do. I like uber focus on the game. Like I got Diablo 4 late last summer. It was a little while before Microsoft bought it, but long after it came out, and just played it until and I still want to go back to it. So that's my glue, right? That and Borderlands 2, I always kind of fill in the spots. If I just want to play something today, do I want to be a sorcerer or do I want to shoot things? If it's yes, then you play Tiny Tina. But
that's what I do with Red Dead. That's my comfort game. I could just go on Red Dead and just wander the range. It's awesome.
Everybody has a good one like that. But that's I really keep my choices slim. It's like I have these 3 games I want to try, and my 2 staples. Depending on the system. I have different staples in each system, and I don't have a big Steam library. I've played games. I've beat them. I do have the Half-Life bundle because it was like $1.99, and it's my favorite all-time series. So I haven't played it again since I bought it, but my daughter Zoe's going through it right now. So it can be tough. What about different systems, Joe? You're talking about how do you pick from your backlog, but how do you pick which system the backlog is going to be on?
That is a good question because I've got plenty of Switch games that are on my backlog. I've got Steam games that are on my backlog. Now, the Switch is tricky because most of the time my kids are monopolizing the Switch. So it's like, I would really like to play, Final Fantasy on the Switch, but that's a 1-player game.
That's not the system for that game, sir. Not the optimal system for that game.
You're not wrong, but so when it comes to Final Fantasy 7 and 8, I've purchased those like 4 or 5 different times on various systems.
I'd play that on the Switch. That would absolutely run on the Switch, easy enough.
Not the newer Final Fantasies. I'm a big fan of 7 and 8, so especially 8. Like people love 7, but I like 8 better personally.